Hello guys, today we will be maintaining the pool pump and filter and the chlorine feeder. We will clean the leaf basket out of the pump filter, backwash the sand filter for the pump, and replace the chlorine tablets in the chlorine feeder. We have set the valve to do backwash, and now we'll start the pump to clean the sand that's in the filter. We will do that now. All I do is plug it in, and I'll have a switch out here. You'll see when this water is going through here, the dirty water is going through here. When that becomes clear, that means the sand has been cleaned, the filter is clean. We would stop the motor and put it back into filter mode. The water is going out of the system, out of the pool, and dumping into the creek out here. This is a leaf basket. There's probably some leaves in there. Debris, large debris. I'm going to clean that and refill the chlorine feeder. This here is the chlorine feeder. It takes approximately 12 tablets, 3 of these tablets. They last about 1 month. Keep the pool clean, sterilized, and sanitized. It's safe and healthy for our swimmers. And it looks like the water is clear now. The filter has been rinsed, it's clean. And we'll just stop the motor and put it back into the filter mode. We'll change the valve. This is the top valve. Actually, we had to go to a rinse cycle for about 30 seconds just to keep the sand from going back into the pool. We'll turn it back on for 30 seconds just to get any sand out of the pool, out of the water. Water's still going out of the pool. It's rinsing the top water that's may have some sand floating around in it. It's not really critical to us. It'll go back into the filter either way. It just makes it nicer if you don't have sand in the pool. Now then, we will put it into a backwash, into a filtration mode. From the rinse mode, we just change the valve. Right there it says filtration. That's the water just recirculates through the filter now. Next we will open up the leaf filter and the chlorine feeder. I use this because it's easier to get the lid. Oh, I should turn the valves off first. All the valves going to the filter needs to be turned off. You find out when you start taking it apart, when the water starts coming out. Now then, the water is no longer going into the filter system. It is staying in the pool. Well, it might leak a little bit. One of the valves not quite closed, but nothing critical. And actually, we only have a few leaves because not many leaves falling now. Springtime. In the fall and early spring, we have lots of leaves go into the pool. This is what the pool maintenance guy does. There's a guy that has a service, so just like a lawn service, pool maintenance service. And some people, rather than do this themselves, they will pay so much per month to have the pool maintained by a professional. I am a jack of all trades, so and I like to save money, so I do it myself. With the internet and YouTube, there's nothing you cannot do these days because it's all illustrated there on the internet. So I guess a lot of people still hasn't adapted to using the internet, are pretty much without information. The internet and my cell phone is like my primary brain right now. I don't even have to use my brain anymore. I just use my cell phone. I asked Siri, and there it is. You don't have to be a genius these days. Well, all you have to do is know how to operate a cell phone and a computer. This is taking the lid off of the chlorine feeder. And I'm expecting it to be no tablets in there. It was full about a month ago because the pool is showing a little algae growth now. That's the reason I alerted me that it's time to put chlorine into the chlorine feeder. Just take the tablets, drop them in. Doctor says 12 tablets. And that's you should have a mask on. Best thing to do is wear gloves and a mask. Chlorine's not really dangerous, but it does mess with your respiratory system and your skin. Gloves and the mask is highly recommended. This one's broken, so I'm going to put it in like that. Now then, got to take this apart so we can get the seal back on it. It's got an O-ring seal. Both of these lids have O-ring seals, big ones. And all you do is make sure it's clean around here. Sometimes you have to replace the O-ring if it gets cracks in it. Looks like it's sealing up really well. Well, it's fitting nicely. Let's see. I want to make sure it's not pinching the seal. Get some of the water out of here. Well, a little bit difficult when the water's still going in there. Now I've closed the valve tightly so that there's no water going into the system, no pressure, just pushing the lid up as I'm trying to get it to seal. Just tighten it up again. That should do it. Now we just open the valves again. Just making sure this is tight here. It's on filtration mode. Filter leaf basket is clean. We'll start the engine back up, the motor back up, and start it filtering again. Just check it, make sure there's all the leaks, no leaks. There's no obvious leaks. A few drips is okay. Now then it's taking the chlorine from the tablets, pumping it back into the pool. It's taking the water, going through the filter, cleaning the pool water again with the sand filter. And we're good to go for another month. Anyway, thanks for joining and liking and subscribing. And have a nice day. It's on filtration mode. Filter leaf basket is clean. We'll start the engine back up, the motor back up, and start it filtering again. Just check it, make sure there's all the leaks, no leaks. There's no obvious leaks. A few drips is okay. Now then it's taking the chlorine from the tablets, pumping it back into the pool. It's taking the water, going through the filter, cleaning the pool water again with the sand filter. And we're good to go for another month. Anyway, thanks for joining and liking and subscribing. And have a nice day. Water back into the pool now. I don't know how people can have a pool. They don't know how to work on it unless they got lots of money.